What is up, guys? Logan here again with another video today, and I'm super excited to get into this one as we're going to talk about the covered calls I got going, cash secured puts, and all of that. So if you guys could make sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe below on this video, it would mean a ton to me. We're also going to have Halcyon back on tomorrow is the plan as of now. I had to do some of the editing on that video as well after we film it. So hopefully I can get that up to you guys tomorrow. So I want to get this one up to you guys today. Also make sure to go check out the recent sponsored video as that's going to be linked up here above. Leaving a like on that would mean a ton to me as well. So I just really appreciate all the support. You can find all the cool links in the description for the Discord, free Robinhood stocks, my music. You guys know the deal already, so let's hop right into this video. So we're gonna talk about my Carnival Cruise Line $30 call that I sold because this is a covered call. Since I own 100 shares of Carnival, I can sell covered calls weekly. I made $42 doing this. I'm currently up 21 out of the 42. So I could always pay back right here. I could close this position and pay $21 back out of the 42 that was credited to my account. So as long as Carnival stays under 30 by Friday, I would receive the full amount. I may close this earlier. It all depends on how this stock continues to move throughout the week, as they were $30 this morning, and you guys can see my credit was up to 67. So I was actually down in that position by about $25, and it has dropped drastically since then, with Carnival dropping about $2 a share. I thought that travel needed to pull back a little bit. They were off of a lot of their moving averages. So I thought we needed a little pullback, and I'm glad that we're seeing that today as it keeps my $30 call that I sold safe. So we'll continue to keep an eye on this position with Carnival, but I'm still loving my 100 shares. I don't want to give them up just yet, but it is really fun to collect premium on this position. So maybe if we do start pushing back to 30 towards the end of the week, I'll close this position at 50% or 75. All depends on the VIX and the premiums that are coming out around that time. So let's hop into the Palantir $25 put that I sold. This is a cash secured put I picked up on Friday for $74 credit. Put 2,500 bucks in this position to receive 74 bucks by this Friday, so in a week. Very happy with that, but we have had to deal with some VIX spikes as well as Palantir falling. So with Palantir's price falling, of course, this is gonna rise in value. That's what we don't want to happen. So we're currently up 20 bucks on this. We're down $23 on the day, but with how much volatility we've seen, it's totally normal. And I was considering opening another position when the credit was up here, but I decided to hold off as I'm gonna try a couple new trading strategies this week, and I wanna keep some capital in my Robinhood for that. Now I'm up 21 bucks, and this is gonna hover out throughout the week, but it's really nice to just have a passive form of income. And playing it on Palantir every week, I like the stock. You guys know I already own 100 shares. I'm comfortable owning 300 shares of this stock as of now. And maybe we bump that up down the road, but as of right now, so I'm cool with selling an extra one. So I would own 200 shares if I was to ever get assigned on this position. So I'm just keeping an open mind with it and gonna continue to watch the market. I like tech. Let's hop over to QQQ really quickly. It's actually a great day for tech as they finally went past their 50-day moving average. Now it's something I was looking at my Thinkorswim charts and then just looking at it on Robinhood. They were up about 1.5% this morning. My Apple shares were doing very well. But if we look at the past week, it's up 1.17%. And then if we scroll up to where it was this morning, 2.5% on the Qs is fantastic. They're trying to come back and get back to their monthly high, and maybe we'll see that pretty soon. I think it'll honestly take us another month or so. Maybe a little bit longer, but I like where the Qs are, and I'm glad that they were able to remount past their 50-day moving average. And we will have to see. Maybe they get shut down today and fall back through it, but everything looks so far so good, and we should start to see some more bullish movement out of QQQ. Well, since we're talking about covered calls, let's go to the AT&T call that I'm selling this week. As you guys can see here, I'm up 5 bucks on it. By the end of the week, if AT&T stays below 30.50. Now, if this happens this week, I'm gonna sell most of my shares of AT&T and just move it over to Palantir, because I can make about 5 to 6 to 7 more times the credit playing Palantir instead of AT&T. So first, I'm gonna free up $3,000 by selling 100 shares. And then I can use that and still have more capital left over to then put in different plays. And AT&T has just gone sideways for so long for me, and it's still a good dividend yield. But I started to think the other day, I got up, I was looking at my plays, and I was like, if I just freed up this AT&T position, it's like, yeah, I'll miss out on this 12 bucks a week, 10 bucks a week. But at the same time, if I can pick up 80 bucks on a Palantir put sell and use less capital to do that, And then if I do get assigned, I'll just sell covered calls on top of it. It just seemed to make the most sense for me to use it for cash secured puts on stocks with a little bit better premium and also ones that I plan on holding for a long term. You know, AT&T is not very much of a growth stock as it is a dividend stock. And I want to get more into a growth stock with this capital just because, you know, I'm young, I can take more financial risk, and maybe I focus on my dividend investing down the road. But I have a lot of other stocks that I love for dividend investing. But as far as AT&T, I would much rather be in a growth stock, especially with how tech has pulled back. And I think there's also always good stocks to buy out there on a discount when the market pulls back. So that's the position here. Just want to give you guys a quick little update on this as well. 28,000 open interest. It's just so funny, man. Everybody loves these AT&T covered calls. I guess they just don't have to think too hard about it, which I totally agree with. Then we can check out the Palantir 3050 call that I sold. This is a covered call right here. I collected 32 bucks. Selling the 3050 call. You guys already know if Palantir rips past 3050, I gotta sell all 100 of my shares that I own at that strike price. And if we stay underneath it, I'll collect the full amount. Now this is a position I plan on closing either Wednesday or Thursday. That's kind of the days that I look to close these positions because I find some of the best premium. We're also seeing the VIX spike up a little bit currently. It's back over 20. It's around 3 p.m. right now on Tuesday. So I'm gonna keep that in mind too, as we might see the premium start to inflate, and if Palantir gets more bullish, I can open a new position. But I prefer to open covered calls when the market's green, and I prefer to sell cash secured puts when the market's red. It's already moved down. So if we're to take a look at the March 26th expiration Palantir calls that I could sell, you can see here Palantir is worth about 26 bucks right now. And I like to sell around the $30 call. But as long as I'm above my $27 strike, which I paid for all the shares, I'm pretty comfortable there. But for now, I think I'm just gonna let the week kind of roll out. The Qs are coming back pretty strong, as I stated earlier, and then we can look at selling maybe the $29 call for next week, maybe tomorrow, maybe Thursday, depends on what we get out of this guy for the rest of the week. But I'm pretty happy with where this position is, and I cannot complain about an 80% return. I picked this up on Friday last week, so you can't beat that. I mean, it's Tuesday now at 80% worth of the credit. So we'll see, all depends on what the VIX does and how Palantir moves tomorrow. But I'd like to take advantage of some of that theta decay, chunk $5 more out of this guy by tomorrow. And then we can just call it a day there and look at some other positions. And maybe I take that tomorrow, maybe I wait until Thursday. A lot of it does depend on the VIX and the type of price movement we get. As you can see, we've already climbed 20 more cents. So that's the fun thing, right? Just managing this during hours and looking at the next potential expiration. I mean, I could always go all the way out to April 9th. I don't really think that's worth it though, in my opinion. I'd much rather collect, you know, 40 bucks a week or so instead of 100 at the $30 call for months out when I can just keep picking up a weekly amount of like 40, 50 bucks right around these strikes. And that's just the way I like to play it. It's easier and less that I have to do, which is also very nice, right? Jump into my Tesla position. They're down on the day, and you guys can see overall, I have 15.99 shares. They're currently 680. I'm up 267%, and we still have a long ways to go as we're down from highs of around $900 a share. So let's see where Tesla goes from here. It's a little pullback today, but I think we continue to head north. That's just my opinion, of course. But looking here, I mean, I'm still up $8,000 on this investment. I can't complain. And if we head back there, it'd be nice to reclaim about $3,200. But we'll see, it all depends. But that's gonna be everything for me in this video. Make sure you guys leave a like, subscribe, comment below, and I'll continue to update you guys on my positions. You can also check the link for the description if you wanna see when I enter them live, all my covered calls, cash secured puts, all of that fun stuff, and credit spreads as well. But I'm still focusing on these as they've just been fun to run. And come on Tesla, come back up, you know you want to. So that's gonna be everything for me. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and I will see you guys tomorrow with How Say On.